Welcome to our podcast, The Energy and Infra Show with Vikas Srivastava. In this podcast, we aim to highlight the life journey of corporate leaders, nation builders, and policymakers who are contributing to India's growth strategy. As India aspires to become a developed economy by 2047, the two major pillars of growth or the drivers of growth will be energy and infrastructure. To begin with, we have identified people from these two sectors. However, we do not plan to limit ourselves to these two sectors alone. We also want to diversify into other sectors, and we want you to watch our programs and give us your valuable comments. In our very first episode, we have with us Mr. Sharad Mahendra, the Joint Managing Director and CEO of JSW Energy. He'll be talking to us about his life journey, the challenges and issues that he has faced, and also how he has successfully managed to overcome them. He is an inspiration for all the aspiring people who are aspiring for the top leadership position. Welcome to our podcast, Mr. Mahendra.
Thank you, Vikas. Thank you very much.
Sir, we know that you have 30 years of experience, more than 35 years of experience in various sectors or industries. So I would like to know how you have managed to dabble across these various segments and sectors, and what has been your learnings?
Yeah. In fact, yes, almost 35 years of career. After finishing my studies, I got the opportunity to start working with Japanese multinational in the automobile industry who had just entered into the country. And first 12 years have been really phenomenal in terms of learning and the changing way, the way Indian industry was evolving. And then when multinationals and Japanese, especially in the auto sector, started entering India.
Right.
So that was a very great phase of my career and start. It was a great learning. Once going, and I started in the manufacturing for about close to 2 years, working in the factory and understanding how the manufacturing industry works, and then got the opportunity into sales and marketing.
Okay.
So I moved from manufacturing to sales and marketing. And after spending about 12 years, got the opportunity to come into the steel industry. And that is where I moved from a complete brand selling to a commodity selling, you can say that. Because automobile, we all know, is complete sales by brand names.
Yeah.
Whether it is Yamaha, whether it is Honda, whether it is Suzuki, it is the brand names which sell. But steel, pure commodity, it was being treated. So that is where it was a big challenge, big shift, big paradigm shift for me, which I thought that this is the time to work in a different industry, different work culture, from a Japanese MNC to an Indian manufacturing house, from a brand selling to a commodity. I said that this is a good phase in my career to have experience in different environment, the working and learnings. So that is how steel journey has been phenomenal. In fact, lot of initiatives for the first time. I'm fortunate that I was able to put in the steel industry in the sales domain, which was first time in globally which has happened.
This was JSW.
JSW Steel when I came into sales and marketing. And one of the initiative which was taken, first time globally in the steel industry, branding of the sales channel.
Okay.
Was in fact as a case study got published in Harvard Business School also, and majority of the management schools in India for years that case study has been taken as a class for the management students. So that I feel has been a phenomenal change for me in terms of learning. So, and then from steel briefly I moved to chemical industry.
Okay.
That was a very different domain. Working in automobile, then steel, then chemical industry. And there also it was a great learning because I was responsible, apart from sales and marketing, also the manufacturing part.
Okay.
So it was a very good learning which has helped me. And then I was again
Which
back.
company was this?
This was the PCBL.
Okay.
And after that, I was back in JSW Energy. I came back in the group and I joined the energy vertical. That I will say has been one of the most important and critical learning phase of my life in terms of my personal development and in terms of learning as a professional, because I joined the JSW Energy as a chief operating officer and worked there for close to 3 years. That was the time when this is the only company which operates in thermal also, hydro also, now solar, wind, renewable storage, everything. So it was a very good thing learning the operations in the energy sector. So that was a good phase. Then for some time I moved back to JSW Steel, and for last 1.5 years now taking care of JSW Energy business and expanding very fast. So my learnings from this entire career phase has been that accept the challenges, there has to be a calculated risk. I'll not say blind risk, calculated risk in terms of your individual development if you have to move up the ladder in the professional world. Because different industries, different environment, different people set gives you a lot of learnings to handle the organizational responsibility as the head of the organization, which I am fortunate that I have got the opportunity, I am doing that. So these have been great learnings for me and has enabled me to reach where I am.
So before I go to the next question, one question that comes from this is, like if somebody is aspiring to hold top position, do you think it's advisable to move from one segment to the other segment, or to completely change the verticals, the way you've been changing? Is it advisable? Because what happens at the management level, things are almost similar. But having a domain expertise also is a critical challenge. So would you advise to the current generation to look at this kind of job changes?
Yes, I think before coming and answering to what you asked, because I will just like to say that individually, as an individual, you have to identify the drivers within you. What are the factors which drive you for doing what at least I have done? One, there has to be an individual behind you in your life who is a motivator, who drives you to do the things. Apart from that, from your inner self, that what really you want in your life. One, at times it becomes, coming to your question, that after working for 10, 12 years, 14 years and having a domain expertise, suppose in automobile industry, the individuals I have seen have start going into a comfort zone.
Right, exactly.
Okay, I am very strong here, now I go into a different domain, what will happen, whether I will succeed or not. So that self-confidence is extremely important, is what I feel. That yes, ready to accept the new challenges rather than going into a comfort zone. This is a must. Of course, changing industries definitely help because lot of cross-functional learnings help in seeing the organization sitting at the top. Learnings, like if I have the expertise, I have spent a lot of my career, majority of my career in sales and marketing, in operations. So all those things are an element of any organization if you are sitting at the top.
Right.
So those learnings always help, and different work culture. So there are many factors which help in maybe exploring different industries. But yes, one caution to today's youngsters is that have patience. Today, the trend we all are seeing that youngsters come, they work for 1 year, 2 year, 3 year. No, I have to go for a change. It may be good. I'm not saying anything is wrong. The only thing is what is the right duration in your big start of the career where your foundation becomes strong. That is very important. Otherwise, switching over 1 to 2 to 3, this is what we are seeing today, is somehow don't feel is the best way. You may be knowing all the things wherever in 2-3 years, but getting a real expertise, solid foundation, which we say foundation in any building is extremely important.
Right.
So that is what is the right time. Maybe I took 12 years to create my foundation, and then I started moving. In today's time, the times are fast. The youngsters learn much faster than us. There are a lot of tools to learn. So I think maybe whether it is 12 years, 10 years, 6 years, 5 years, 8 years, that individual only can decide, but not rush just for the sake of change. That complacency has started seeping in the youngsters. So that is one caution I will say. But yes, change definitely helps.
Yeah. So the following question is basically a suggestion for the young generation. Like one, you already said complacency is should not be the case, and also as far as change should not be haste. So on that front, what are the things that you would like to suggest that people should adhere to and should avoid as far as making top positions are concerned?
Yeah. See, one thing is most important is that one caution which I have been telling even to my team members, my young workforce, when I interact with them in various town halls, is never in life say that I know everything. The day individual says, I know everything, learning stops and the growth finishes. I have a principle, I learn daily something, and I have a habit of writing what I have learned today. So learning need to be open to learning always. And another is that whatever you are doing, do with lot of focus, lot of attention, so that once you have completed a certain duration in that area, you are confident that you know everything, not just for the sake of doing what you are doing. So it is the expertise which is very important in the very beginning. Have patience. The day you get the confidence, then look for the growth, that what more you can do. And keep asking questions. Never say that I know, and never hesitate in asking questions. Today also when I visit any of the plant or any of the project site, I don't mind even asking question to the worker, ये कैसे हो रहा है? Just मेरे को सिखाओ, मेरे को बताओ. Not that I am a CEO, he will think, he doesn't know. So that is the way every individual, every youngster has to do to be a real complete professional, maybe at a certain stage of your career.
Okay. There are a lot of, if you look at YouTube channels and all, social media channels, there are a lot of such courses now being propagated as far as leadership and life skills are concerned. So a lot of people are talking about loyalty versus compensation. If you are looking for higher compensation and if your company is not giving you that, you shouldn't mind twice, if you have to jump and if you have to go to other place. So that's also one of the reasons why people are moving from one place to the other and they are in haste. So what do you have to talk about that? If you
see, one thing, yes, this transition in India now is being observed for last maybe 2, 3 years, 4 years time. Reason is the way the economic growth is happening in India in all the sectors, and which is a manufacturing and infra-led growth happening. What we have witnessed in matured economies like US or Europe or Korea or Japan, the workforce, the skill set which is required, where India will be 10 years from now, the journey has already started, is a challenge which we see is going to be there. But for an individual, it is very important, as I said earlier, in continuation to that, just for the sake of getting a better compensation, I should move, and you continue to do the same what you were doing for last 5 years, may not be the right decision. One thing, that every organization is now vigilant in terms of knowing that going forward in 5 years time, 10 years time, it is the skill set, the people is going to be a challenge. So organization has started taking care in various forms already. But if it is a very short term, individual is seeing that I am getting X plus something and moving, but whether it is sustainable, whether he will be able to deliver the way he is performing in the current organization is a big question mark. So just for one factor looking for, of course I am not saying that this is not a compensation, monetary aspect in a professional is not important. It is important, but there has to be a right balance, and with patience. Maybe today you are getting something, but is it secure that you will continue this growth in terms of your career, in terms of compensation for next 5 years, 10 years, or you are more sure here? So rather than seeing momentarily, maybe a medium term, I will not say long term, but monetary aspect, medium term outlook should be assessed by the individual, and then the decision should be taken.
So you spoke about skill sets, right? So as of now, India has to become future ready. We are talking about various technological innovations that companies are now adopting. Even JSW Energy is going into green. You are going into a green hydrogen, and various other places also, pumped hydro and all these things require that kind of skill sets also within the company, and India itself requires, there's huge shortage right now, various reports coming out. So based on that, what's your take on that? What should be the best practices that the companies and the country as such, should adopt if it has to meet that target of 2047 that India has to become a developed country? So what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, as I said earlier, in maybe very apt question, I will say in terms of the skill sets. As an organization, apart from just seeing that what my organization needs, I think at certain level, at our level, we have to think what country needs also. Development of skill set, which is Government of India also has said and has supported the industries in terms of skill development. So I think that is where the responsibility, just saying that government will do is not going to help.
Right.
It is it has to be that industries also have to come forward in development of the skill sets, because people are willing to work. And this will, maybe the skill sets I develop, I will also get benefit, but the industry will also get benefit. And just in that direction, only a year back, we started a unique skill development program in which, like as you said, lot of renewable energy, wind energy installation is happening in India, which is in rural areas. So what we identified, that what are the potential 7-8 states, the areas which are good, we identified, approached those places wherein ITIs, the local youth has done the ITI. We have developed a very state-of-art skill development center for wind project installation, in which there is a certified course, there is a proper selection process, and we have already, in last 1 year, 3 batches have already completed the classroom trainings and also on-field training, and then they were offered the job at totally company's expense, total company's expense, but with no condition that they have to work only for me.
Okay.
They can go anywhere. See, today is the shortage of a skill set. If the number of people are less, even if I have, they will go somewhere.
Right.
And if I develop a pool and I have taken the initiative, majority are coming to me, some are going to others also. So we have not put any condition, we are providing few free certification course, and now the 4th batch has just started 4 days back. So that is the course with expert, with all artificial intelligence, the kind of virtual trainings, everything is there in that, a very state-of-art training center which we have developed.
Okay.
So skill development is a key. This was just in one example, which I think industries need to focus. Otherwise, there will be a challenge in India also.
So one is like depending on government to have this skill development courses that they have tied up with various universities and they are doing it. And the other is that the companies themselves will have to do it for their own projects and might create a pool for others as well.
And also it has to be more like just development of a skill. It has to be more need-based skill development is very important. So what we have done is, now we are starting from the state of Maharashtra. In a few ITIs, we are putting our faculty who will be teaching certain specific courses which are required by the industry in solar industry in terms of project installation, if projects are going on, so that the rural areas in that area, plus even the operation and maintenance of solar plant for 25 years, we need local youth employment. So those kind of things, now we are putting our own faculty and the facilities, labs and all for the trainings for these local youth. That
and
also we are starting.
It also helps the local community to kind of, if you require the land and if you have to acquire. So that also helps.
That also helps, but this is actually, because this is not a give and take. Give and take. It is maybe someone will, I don't know what will happen. But yes, this helps, of course, employment and all, when the people in general become supportive. In general become supportive.
You've spoken about AI. And the various innovative technology that you are using. So AI has also become a big disruptor right now, And across industries, people are now threatened, they feel like they might lose their job. So I would like to listen from a horse's mouth, because you being the CEO yourself, so how much it has impacted, say, companies like JSW Energy, or for that matter, this industry, which people think is still safe because it's more of a skilled driven kind of work that people require. But do you think that people need to really tie up their laces and prepare for future?
No, I have absolutely different view. AI in India, at least for next 20 years, is not going to be a disruptor in terms of employment.
Okay.
Reason that we have, one is a very, very strong investment plan for the country to reach where country wants to be by 2047 to be a matured economy.
Right.
I think lot is to be done in infra sector. Infra-led growth is only the driver.
Right.
And also when we do infra-led growth, whether it is road infra, port infra, maybe the power sector also, whether it is thermal, whether it is solar, wind, storage, I think this is the infra-led growth where employment is not a challenge at all. In fact, AI for India is in a very fortunate position, this is my view.
Okay.
That AI has come at the right time. But I have lot of assets, operational assets in various domains which are running. I think AI is going to help me in improving the efficiencies of the existing operational assets. So this is a boon for us without not at the cost of employment. Because there are many things which cannot be done physically. Even if I have people, they can't do. But AI is something which will monitor, which will direct what timely action to be taken. And that is where the individual's role will also play. So I don't see right now, at least next 20 years, in India, AI as a challenge towards employment.
But some people are saying that as far as the operation of machinery is concerned,
Yes.
if earlier there were 4 people required,
Yeah.
now there will be fewer because a lot of work will be done by the software itself. Like
Exactly.
you spoke about efficiency.
Yes.
So maybe people will be required, but the number or the count will come.
No, very correct. Per machine, we have done, in our steel also we have done, which we call as AI ML, like machine learning
Yeah.
and then the artificial intelligence. The machines are becoming today that if I have to make a particular product and as a customer you have asked for, this is the exact specifications I want.
Right.
When the machine is making that product, maybe in last say 60 days, 20 times exactly the same product. It will not be 100% the same specs. But machine takes out which 3 are the best
Yes.
in last 60 days, what you wanted, which is best suited, and machine automatically learns and automatically starts making there. So individual manual adjustments reduce. Yes, with these technologies, the number of people required per machine will be less. But as I said, so much has to happen in manufacturing, so much has to happen in infra that still the people will be short. In fact, AI is going to help, machine learning is going to help in our growth rate, what we are looking for, because otherwise, if the way we have been doing, continue to do, we'll not have people to do.
Right.
So, number per maybe unit of machine or per unit of operation, the number of people may reduce, but the operations are going to multiply. So, people are not going to be any challenge in terms of employment is what I think. Need will increase only.
And that's very interesting and also hard for people to know about that. As far as the 4 industries where you have worked, where do you think or which industries do you think will champion growth in terms of innovation and also in terms of AI application and all those things which will be coming up?
Yeah. See, as I said, I will talk more on related to the energy sector.
Right.
A lot of things are happening when we are talking of, apart from the solar, wind, the artificial intelligence, which is going to help is that today when we say that solar energy is only during the solar hours. Wind energy is only in particular hours and in certain months of the year. Certain months the wind generation is almost zero. So a mix of wind and solar, which is called hybrid. Mixed of wind and solar and energy storage, whether it is a battery energy storage or a pump storage, is around the clock power. Then some states have a different hourly pattern. Like if we compare Maharashtra or Tamil Nadu with a state like Bihar. Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu are very highly manufacturing-led states. So their pattern every hour of energy is very different to a state like Bihar, which is dominated by agriculture.
Right.
So hourly requirements of the states are different. So no one will like to say, 24 hours you give me this much energy.
Right.
Bihar will waste a lot of things. And in certain hours, Maharashtra and this will fall short. So they have a hourly requirement projections they gave. They are calling for bids, which is called FDRE. which is firm dispatchable renewable energy. Every hour you have to give this much. So that is where designing that kind of program, that is where the technology, that is where the artificial intelligence, and then projecting for next 10 years, 15 years is helping. So this is one. Apart from that, the green hydrogen and derivatives is the future. Of course, it is a lot of talks happening globally, but nothing much on ground. Reason is that economics are not working out, but it's a matter of time. So there is a lot of evolution in technology is happening, where technology is helping in reaching affordable solution for the consumers. So I feel that going forward in next few years, there's going to be a burst, and we'll see a lot of action in this area also, where technology will play a very critical role.
Okay. Has the cost of green hydrogen come down in India from what it was like $4.5?
Of course, with the, this is an investment, the two things. Energy cost plays a big role in green hydrogen, which is almost maybe 65-70% of the cost is the energy cost. With energy costs, round the clock costs, the solutions coming, prices coming down, the green hydrogen prices are coming down, even the electrolyzers and others, the equipment cost in setting up the plants, the costs have come down significantly. So it is moving in this direction, but it's still a bit away.
Yeah.
But yes, it's moving in that direction. It has come down what it used to be maybe 2 years back.
Okay. And so, on a lighter note, I would like to know, how do you manage as far as, the work-life balance is concerned, A lot of people are nowadays saying that if India has to grow and if India has to develop and become like a developed economy by 2047, working for 15, 17 hours is must, We have heard so many people say, I won't take the names,
yeah.
But I would like to have your opinion on that, How do you manage yourself?
Yeah. See, one is that I may be sounding a bit critical. I don't believe in this word of work-life balance. For me, I see this aspect of life as work-life integration. This is what my own individual. Why I am saying this? When you are at work, some call comes up, some urgency comes up. Are you cut off from home? You give few minutes. If required, half an hour, 1 hour, you give. And when you are on an off day sitting at home and some official call comes, some work comes, are you cut off? You are attending. You are doing whatever best is possible. So you have to have a right integration of work life. So work life balance, I don't know, for someone the work life balance will be 50-50, someone 60-40, someone 80-20. So I feel that one individual has to integrate the work life. Second, when you say number of hours, this is a very, very interesting this thing. Maybe there are different views which have been coming in, but I see that we have to realize that if we see 20 years back, 30 years back, what China was doing. And still when I go to China, I see the amount of work they are doing. They sleep in office, they work also, maybe 12 hours, 14 hours, it requires 16 hours also. I'm not saying that it should be 12, 14 or 16. But India is in that phase of growth wherein the developed economy was 50 years back or 30 years back, whether Korea, Japan, Europe, or China was 20 years back. We have now started that phase. If I see that US is working like this, Europe is working like this, they just cut off Friday second half and then no work, I think India needs more than that.
Right. Because you have to see what they did 20 years back or 30 years
Of
back.
course. But we are fortunate. If they did for 16 years or 14, 16 hours or 14 hours, we may do the same in 12 hours or 11 hours. Reason is the technology, the new developments on the software side, so much of things, a issue which 20 years may be taking 1 day or 2 days is getting solved in 3 hours, 4 hours. So technology is helping us, but yes, we have to do more. More than just saying that 5-day week and 8 hours a day. India needs more. India needs more, and there is no one from outside who is going to do this.
Right.
Is why I strongly feel.
Even those who are complaining, if you go to their offices, they themselves are working 12 hours, 14 hours. But if some leader says something like that, they will all go in opposition. I don't know what the reason is.
We need to do more than what is being said, that 5-day week, make it 5-day week, 4-day week, then see where India will be. India will not be able to grow. We need more. Maybe youngsters may not be very comfortable with this, but this is a fact which the country needs.
Coming from you, because you being a fitness freak yourself, how much important is fitness for somebody who's aspiring to be at the top leadership position? Would you advise them to integrate regular gym or exercises in their life?
Maybe at this position, or maybe any, it is not position specific, two things which I believe is very important for any professional, whether in the start of the career or maybe at the senior position or the top position, is mental and physical alertness is very important. It is not only that physical alertness is going to help, mental alertness is, I also feel, is very important, because mental alertness helps in taking right decisions at right time. A right decision not taken at the right time becomes a bad decision. So timely decision making is extremely important. So yes, physical fitness is extremely important in today's dynamic world, and I strongly believe in. And to be very honest, I have made a mistake during the start of my career. I was only looking work, and I was not at all focusing. But last many years, I understood that physical fitness is extremely important. So my advice to everyone will be that please devote time to yourself. This is extremely important. Once you devote time to yourself, don't feel bad that I am not giving time to my family, I am not giving time to my close ones. It is only a matter of maybe an hour or two, but that will make you really happy from inside. You will be able to keep everyone happy also, if you are happy. So, and that helps in the professional front also. Once you go with physically fit, mentally fresh, I think it helps a lot. There is absolutely no doubt that if any individual is not doing this, initially at a young age, it doesn't matter, don't feel the impact, because I have gone through that. I was not feeling the impact despite not being very focused towards physical fitness apart from playing games. So, but at certain stage of your life, that starts playing on you. So it is better to start from the beginning and make it as a routine.
Thank you very much, sir, for talking to us. It was a pleasure talking to you and being our first guest, our first podcast that we have started. And I'm sure that all those people who are listening to this and who aspire for the leadership position, if they follow this in their life during the course of their career, they are definitely going to succeed in their lives. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Vikas. In fact, I will like to say thanks to you for inviting me for this very first episode of your new journey. Really, it's an honor and it's a pleasure being with you today. Thank you.
My pleasure. आपका आशीर्वाद चाहिए.
Yes, बिल्कुल, बिल्कुल.